Here we are going to revise the electric field intensity due to a uniformly charged wire. Okay, so electric field intensity due to a uniformly charged wire. Okay, this is the topic that we have discussed yesterday. Okay, so you know what is the charge density. Charge density is the three types: linear charge density, surface charge density, and volume charge density. Okay, so here, because we are giving the charge on the wire, so here, because the wire is in a linear dimension, so it means the charge density will be named as the linear charge density. Okay, so this will be linear charge density. Okay, this is the linear charge density, and linear charge density is normally assigned as lambda. It is equal to charge divided by the length. Okay, if you should use this formula if the charge given on the wire is distributed uniformly. So it is known as uniform charge distribution. Okay, uniform charge distribution. If the charge distribution is not uniform, so you will write lambda equal to dq upon dl. Okay, this is for the non-uniform distribution of charge. Clear? Okay, it is clear. So because in this derivation we are saying that we are giving the charge uniformly. Okay, so suppose you are having a charge, you are having a wire. Suppose this is our wire, and its ends are named as A and B, and charge is given on the wire that is having the uniform charge density lambda. Okay, suppose there is a point P here, this is a point P, and at this point P we have to calculate the electric field intensity due to this wire on the P. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are just dropping a perpendicular on the wire AB. So you just drop a perpendicular from the P, and the foot of the perpendicular falls at N. Okay, so this PN line is named as the reference line. This is also known as the reference line. Okay, what is the reference line? Reference line is the line from where you will take the observations or measurements. Okay, so suppose you are joining A to P directly, so the end A will be joined by a straight line P. So suppose this line is making an angle alpha with the reference line. Similarly, you are joining the end B with the line P. So now I am assigning it as a beta. Okay, this line directly making an angle beta with the reference line. Okay, so direction of the angle, reference line to line AP and reference line to the line PB. Okay, so alpha and beta will be written like this. So electric field due to these two wires, this wire will be at P. This net electric field will be having the two components. One component that is known as the EX component, and another component that we are giving as name as Y. Okay, and EX and EY you can also give the name, because this component of the electric field is perpendicular to the line So this component also written as E, perpendicular component of electric field perpendicular to the line AB. Similarly, EY, this electric component of the electric field which is parallel to the line, this is also we are assigning as E parallel. Sometimes you may say EX or EY, or you can also say E perpendicular and E parallel component. Okay, so now I am writing as E perpendicular component. Yesterday we have derived the formula E perpendicular. This was equal to K lambda upon R into sine alpha plus sine beta. Okay, this formula yesterday we have derived. And what is R? R is the distance of the point P from the line AB. Okay, this is our distance r. Okay. So now E parallel component of the field, this is parallel to the wire, it is k lambda upon r, and cos of alpha minus cos of beta. Okay, this is the field component which is parallel to the y. Okay, so now you are having the two components. Suppose, and also you know these two components are perpendicular to each other. These components, because these are components are perpendicular to each other. Now you can also use Pythagoras theorem or parallelogram method of vector addition. Okay, so this is our net electric field. You will say this is our resultant electric field. So resultant electric field, with the help of these two components E net, you can also say that this is the, because component is perpendicular, so E perpendicular is square and E parallel is square. This is our resultant component. Basically, these are the main formulas. Okay, you should keep remember these formulas because these are very important formulas, and other things you can find out with the help of these two. And also tan theta. Theta is the angle of the resultant field with the line of reference line. So this is, suppose this is the angle theta that resultant electric field is making with the reference line. So you will write tan theta equal to the perpendicular upon base. Okay, so the component which is away from the angle EY is the perpendicular. So you can also write perpendicular is EY, or it can also be written as parallel component becomes the perpendicular, and base is EX, or perpendicular electric component will behave like a base. So anything you can write. So this is the angle from the, here you can find out the angle. So this theta is the angle of E net with reference line. Okay, with reference line. This is the resultant electric field. Now there is one more case that we normally see in the problems. Okay, you got it here. Now suppose one thing that we are going to write in cases format. Suppose case 1, we are discussing the case, special cases. Suppose if you want to use this formula for the infinite length wire. Okay, case 1, if length of wire is infinite, length of wire is infinite. Okay, so how will you make the length infinite? So you know wire A, for the end A, if this end is, you are extending this the end A. Okay, suppose this end is you have extended at this point. So now if you will join this end A to the line P, to the point P, so where the effect goes for the extension, in extending, if you extend the end A, so your angle alpha will increase. Similarly, if you extend B to make the line infinite, so what do you do to make the line infinite? You will extend the point A and you will extend the point B. If you extend the point B, so it means your beta is increasing. It will increase up to how much? It will increase. So for making the length infinite, A will go to the infinity. So this way alpha will tend towards the 90 degree. So B will also go towards the infinity. So it means beta will go towards the 90 degree. So ultimately, if you make the length infinite, so alpha is 90 degree, alpha will be put 90 degree, and beta will also be put 90 degree in the above formula. So now what happens? E perpendicular component, it is k lambda upon r sine 90 plus sine 90, because alpha and beta both are 90 degree. So it will become 2k lambda upon r. This is also important formula, and this formula directly we use. Okay, and also if you put cos 90, it will become 0. So parallel component, it is equal to 0. Okay, so this is the resultant component if the length is infinite and the point is in middle of the wire. Okay, got it? So now another case. So this, how will this wire look like? So suppose this is the infinite length wire and this is infinite and P is in middle. So you will also know that this distance is the r. So alpha and beta are at 90 degree. So if you got this case, you will directly use this formula. Okay. Now we are going to discuss another case, case 2. Okay, case 2 of the wire. In case 2 of the wire, you see that the wire, the end P is near one of the ends. Okay, the end P is near the one of the end. Suppose this is the wire initially. Now end P is where? Sorry, point P is where? Point P is near the one of the ends. Means if you will drop the perpendicular from the P to the wire, so it will fall either on the point B or on the point A. Okay. So case 2, so wire end P, point P is near one of the ends. Okay. And length is infinite. And length is infinite. If length goes to the infinite, so the point P which is near to the end B, so it means your beta angle will be 0 and alpha will be angle 90 degree. So now you just put the value of these two in the above two formulas. So you will get E perpendicular, it is the k lambda upon r, sine alpha plus sine beta. So sine 90 plus 0 degree. Okay, so it will convert k lambda upon r. This is E perpendicular. Similarly, E parallel component k lambda upon r cos 0 minus cos 90. So it will also become k lambda upon r. Okay, so what do we say? So this is our E net electric field will be equal to the root 2 of k lambda upon r, because these two components are having the same magnitude and angle is 45 degree. So you will get this one. And what is about the theta? Tan theta is perpendicular upon base. This will become 1. It means theta comes out 45 degree. Okay, this is the case when you see the end P is the near one of the ends. Okay, now I am giving you one example. So with the help of this example, you can easily understand how do we use the result or the formula, this formula. Now, suppose you are given a wire in the shape of L. Wire, L-shaped wire you are having. This L is making an angle 90 degree with each other. Length of the wire is same. Okay, and charge density that we are also taking it same as a lambda. This is the charge you have given uniformly on this. Okay, and there is a point P. Point P is how it is located. Suppose this is the end B and A and B, and you are just joining the wire, and point P is the middle of this AB. Okay, now this is the point P is the middle of AB. Now drop a perpendicular from P to the line OB. Okay, this perpendicular will divide the wire into the two parts, L by 2 and L by 2. Similarly, drop a perpendicular from this to wire AO. Okay, this wire will this perpendicular will divide also this into the two parts. Okay, now when you will join this P to the O, from the reference line, this line is making an angle 45 degree because perpendicular and base are the same. Similarly, this here, this base and perpendicular are same, so this will also 45 degree. So all angles you will see, these will be the 45 degree each. Okay, no problem. Now we are going to assign the wire. This is A1, this one is the wire, this wire 2. Okay, so this wire will produce the electric field, and electric field will be having the perpendicular components due to 1. Okay, this is the perpendicular components produced by 1. Okay, because 45 and 45 angle will be due to this 45 and 45, it will be having the zero parallel component, means no parallel components. Okay, so similarly from this wire will also produce the component which is perpendicular to this two wire. We are giving as E perpendicular due to the wire 2. Okay, any problem? No. So now these two will make an angle 90 degree or electric field. Perpendicular components due to the one, it is equal to k lambda upon. We are writing the formula, actual formula sine alpha plus sine beta here. Okay, now alpha is 45 degree, this is alpha, this is also beta, and you can take any one, alpha or beta. So K lambda upon R. What is the value of R? R is L by 2. Just put L by 2. And sin alpha it is 45 degree. Sin beta it is also 45 degree. So you will see here K lambda 2K lambda upon L into 2 upon root 2. Okay. So you will say that it is 2 root 2 into K lambda upon L. Okay. This is the equation number 1. Similarly, by this, if you will use the calculation, so same result you will get in the magnitude. So it is equal to the 2 root 2 into K lambda upon L. Okay. Now what is the resultant electric field? Resultant electric field will be the vector addition of these two components. Vector addition of two components. So E net, if you will write here E net, because these two are perpendicular to each other, so you can say E perpendicular due to 1 square plus E perpendicular due to 2 square and take the square root of it. Because I know these two components are equal in magnitudes, so and these are perpendicular, to just apply a root 2 sign with any one of these two. 2 root 2 K lambda upon L, okay, and multiply it root 2, so this will become the resultant of these two vectors. So it will 2 into K lambda by L. So answer comes out 4 K lambda upon L. Okay, this is the net electric field, and angle of this electric field with suppose I am saying that this is our X and this is our Y. So angle will be tan theta equal to 1, comes out 1 because EX and EY will be same. Okay, E perpendicular 2 upon E perpendicular 1. These are equal in magnitude. It comes out 45 degree. So you will say the final angle, final electric field will make an angle theta equal to 45 degree with the given x-axis. Okay, this is our the answer. So you have seen how we used the two basic formulas for calculation of this one. Okay, so next we will discuss the electric field intensity due to a semicircle wire on the center. Okay, on the center. This will also, the resultant comes out equal to E equal to 2K lambda upon R. This is the same. That's why I said that this formula is very important. No doubt this formula we will derive tomorrow. Okay, so resultant comes, electric field comes 2K lambda upon R. This is very similar to the infinite electric field due to the infinite wire. Okay, thank you. So tomorrow we will discuss the electric field due to the semicircle wire and other application of the semicircle and straight wire. Okay, thank you.